Hello, everybody, and how are you all doing today? It is me, Rusty Champaign, and I hope you are having a wonderful day today. We are here once again, back in the wonderful world of SnowRunner. Now, the game I'm loading here is not our main game that we've been going through with all of the episodes. In my main game, I did finish up one quick contract, and I do want to show you that contract here because it doesn't take long to finish. It's a simple one that we can even do with these beginning vehicles. And it's one that requires taking some farm equipment to the farm, which led me to a discovery that I didn't realize before. So it's kind of nice that we that we're doing this. So we have this one contract here called farming tools, where we need to deliver a curtain side trailer to the farm. So it says local farm by the name of Matthew and Sons has contacted us to see if we can help them out with a shipment of tools for repairs. You should be able to find the shipment somewhere near the garage. So we're going to accept this, and then we're going to close out of here, and we're going to leave the garage. And then if we look on our map, the curtain side trailer that we need to pick up is this trailer that's right here. So this one's right here in our garage, so we can just very easily go there, pick it up, and take it over to the farm. And I promise I won't get stuck in the process of doing this. So this one should be pretty simple, even for me. So this is the one that we're going to get completed. And the curtain side trailer is the one that's all the way down on the far end here. So we're going to take this. So here's our curtain side trailer, and I think that we can get a little bit closer to it, and then we should be able to pick it up. That's what we're gonna kind of get ourselves in proximity. Okay, so now we should be able to attach this. Let's see if it'll let us attach. No, it says we're too far away. So if we take a look, yeah, I've never been good at lining these things up, and unfortunately these controls are pretty touchy. So now we should be able to attach it. Okay, so now we're attached. So now we're going to take the curtain side trailer, and we are going to run it over to the farm. And then that will get us it'll get us a little more money, it'll get us a little more experience, which will help us to get up in ranks. This may even get us close to getting to rank 3, but we'll see. So we're going to be careful with this one. Make sure we don't drive it into any divots on the road or anything like that here, because there is a bad space here where this water is, where if you go a bit to the right, you're going to end up in a real bad spot. So I got to make sure I stay left here, because I've done that once before where I ended up in the right, got myself stuck, and it was not pleasant. So now we're going to continue heading towards the farm with our trailer in tow. And then we should be able to drop this off without too much trouble, and then we can get back to our main game. So yeah, this is the one that I wanted to show you that was completed before we got back to our normal Rusty Champaign stream save file. So now we just got to be careful here, because again, this truck with its only rear wheel drive still doesn't like to get into anything that can be considered any kind of dirt, so I do have to drop this into reverse. So yeah, I promised I wasn't going to get stuck, and I don't know if I can keep that promise. So it's really just a matter of staying out of the ruts. Okay, so we're going to see if we can go this way. If nothing else, I think I'm close enough to that area where we can use our winch. So yeah, we're going to see if we can use our winch. Yeah, this truck just cannot handle much of anything. All right, at least not in its current configuration. Down the road, maybe, but in its current configuration, it really struggles to get through anything at all. And it's because it's a highway truck. It's not designed to be doing too much other than highway stuff. So we're going to see if we can get over here to the left of the ruts. And once we can get new tires on it, which we can't do until we're rank 6, then it should be even better than that. But right now, with it being a rear-wheel drive truck, it struggles to do anything. So, but we're going to pull in here, and we're going to have our cargo management. Actually, we should be able to pull all the way forward, and it should end the quest. There we go. So there we go. Farming tools. Old Farmer Matthews was singing your praises just now. A good deed is never lost in this town. So then that gets us our money. and it gets us our experience points. And the other thing I noticed here when I went to cargo management that I never knew before is that you can pick up consumables here. And I never knew that until now. So apparently there are places on the map, which again, it should have been kind of painfully obvious, but it wasn't to me for whatever reason. And it doesn't show up on the map that this is a place where you can go and load consumables. It always says that everything that you have to do with consumables is at the warehouse, which is going to lead me into my next thing. So we're going to return to the main menu now. So I was planning on doing an episode of this yesterday, and the episode is on Twitch. So if you want to find it on Twitch, it's out there. So it's titled something episode 4, where I basically spent the majority of the time just kind of fumbling around trying to figure out how to do anything with the vehicles that we've got. And just struggling and struggling and struggling, and it didn't really make for all that good of content, so I didn't end up posting it here. And so one of the things that I was trying to do was, once we get loaded up here, I was trying to do this contract, or no, it's a task. So we were trying to do this contract. So we're going to go to our task. We're trying to do this task with the mountain bridge. So this task with the mountain bridge needs some metal beams and it needs some concrete blocks. And it doesn't look like it should be that hard of a task because it's 260 experience, $1,850. So that should be pretty easy. And we know where we get the metal beams. So the metal beams are just up in town. And then the other thing we need to get are concrete blocks. And again, the only place that it shows we can get concrete blocks is up here in the warehouse. Now the trouble is trying to get to the warehouse is almost impossible in the vehicles that we have because this area here is pretty much impassable with any of our vehicles other than our pickup truck in their current configuration. I've not found a way to get around it. I've tried, and every time I've tried, I've gotten stuck. And so I've been sitting here thinking, okay, what am I missing here? What is making this so difficult? How do I get around this? And so we're going to accept this quest. Or actually, we're going to just start tracking this quest. So then we're now going to get into our truck here, into our highway truck. And we're going to head towards town. And it's in the middle of the night, so we're going to turn on the lights and we're going to take off the handbrake and we're going to head towards town. So now the first thing that we have to do before we do this is we have to go and get our metal beams. And you're probably sitting there thinking, well, Rusty, you just said that you can't do this because you don't have a way of getting to the warehouse to get the concrete blocks. So why are you going through all this? What's the point? And that, my friends, is what they call a teaser. So we shall soon see why it is that this task is able to be completed. So we're just going to drive down to town, which apparently that's open all night, although it looks like it's starting to get to be daylight here. So we should be there in time for daylight, but we'll leave our lights on until we actually get a little bit lighter. And then we'll make our way to the town storage and we will pick up our metal beams. And then we will bring them back to that mountain bridge. So if there was only a way to fast travel from the garage to town, but that would take all the fun out of the game. Now there is something over there. We're not going to go over there and explore that because that's another oh look at chicken moment, and I'm not going to do that right now because I don't even know what that. I have a vague recollection of what that task is, but we're not going to do it at this moment. We're just going to keep our eyes on the prize, and we're going to go with this task that we have here. Now here I'm going to be careful because this vehicle will get stuck here if I'm not careful. So we're going to just kind of zigzag over the ruts, because if we don't zigzag over the ruts, we'll get stuck in one of the ruts and then we will have to winch ourselves out. So that's probably the best I've ever navigated that part of this road in this truck. So it should not be that hard, but for whatever reason, for Rusty Champaign, everything's always an adventure. So up this way, here's the bridge that they put together for us at the very, very beginning in episode 1. So we're going to cross this lovely bridge, make our way to town, and go and get our metal beams. So we're about halfway there now, I'd say. And I'm getting much better at driving this truck. So, I mean, if you remember in episode 1, I was like all over the road in this truck. But now we're starting to get pretty good. Which, yeah, that's not much of a feat. But I'm claiming it as one. So there we go. I'm going to claim that as a small victory in my book. So now we're going to go through here. One of these days I'll actually take that detour. I don't even think I really need to in this truck. So we're going to knock over these barricades that the city will once again put up for us, because the city loves replacing these barricades on a daily basis. So they disappear. City comes out and says, yeah, the barricades are gone again. We should probably put them back up. And then they come and they do that. So, but yeah, then we just come back and we knock them down again. I don't know why they bother. I'm the only one who drives around here. I've never seen another person drive through town, but they still put up the barricades every day. They're like, Rusty, just take the detour. And I'm like, City? No, I'm going to just go straight ahead because I can in this truck. I know I can. I've done it. So, all right, now we're going to turn in here. We're going to go this way, turn into the warehouse. And we're not going to hit this truck that, oh, I did kind of nick that light bulb. So we're not going to hit the truck there parked in front of the pizza shop. So I thought about it, but we didn't do it. So, okay. So now we're going to go here, cargo management. We're going to load up our metal beams. We now have our metal beams, and we can now make our way to the mountain bridge. Now, if I remember right, the easiest way to the mountain bridge for this truck is going to be going back down this road and crossing here, and then we can get there hopefully by crossing this area here that we haven't really discovered. But we should not be able to make that crossing because this is where the collapsed power line was, where the down power line was that we finished up in episode 3 at the very end when we spent an hour fumbling to do anything there. So that's going to be our easiest way of then getting to the mountain bridge, because everything else I believe is passable in this truck. So now we're going to make our way there. We're going to close this out. We're going to start heading back towards the other bridge, the one that we just built. There's the bowling alley. And we're going to then make our way to the mountain bridge. So slowly but surely we go, metal beams in tow in our truck, heading back towards the bridge. So, and there are probably other tasks here, and now any task that requires consumables, any task that requires lumber, any task that requires metal beams should be doable, because we know now where we can get consumables. We now know where we can get lumber, and that's attainable, and we know where we can get metal beams. So all those things we know are attainable. Don't drive off the road while you're talking. So, and please don't get stuck. Please tell me you had enough momentum. You did. Okay, you're way down, so that helps out. So, now we're heading this way. Now, you might remember in the last episode that we did, if we watched it, in episode 3, we had the task to clear the road where the power line went down. And in that task, we needed to deliver some metal beams, I believe, and we needed to deliver some concrete blocks. And there was a trailer that we had that had 4 concrete blocks in it. And we found that trailer was sitting in an area where there were a bunch of mobile homes. Why there was a giant trailer that had 4 concrete blocks in an area where there's a bunch of mobile homes, no one will ever know, but we're not going to ask, we're not going to question it. That's just the way it is up here in Black River, Michigan. So who can say for sure? So we grabbed that trailer that had the 4 concrete blocks in it, and we used 2 of those concrete blocks. So that then means that we have 2 concrete blocks still remaining. And there they are, right there in the trailer that we ditched on the road after we fixed the collapsed power line. And I had completely forgotten about them, and now you don't need to go to the warehouse to get the concrete blocks to repair the mountain bridge because they're right here. It's the cargo we always had. It's just right there. So, and when I figured that out, I was just sitting here thinking, how did I forget about those? And why did I forget about those? Because they do give you a decent amount of cargo at the beginning of the game. So you do have some things that you can do to help you get through the beginning tasks. I had just completely forgotten that I had 4 of those concrete blocks on that trailer. So with only 2 of them having been used, so now we can come back, we can pick up this trailer, we can take the trailer to the mountain bridge, drop off the other 2 concrete blocks, and we'll be fine. And then we'll have another roadway that we can make our way through that will hopefully once again help us do other tasks. So again, this road is passable in this truck because some roads have to be passable in the basic trucks. They just have to be, because otherwise you'd never be able to get anything done, and there wouldn't have been 4 anniversary packs for SnowRunner because everyone would have said, well, I just give up. There's nothing I can do here. So yeah, just a little more exploration is all it takes. So I'm glad that we figured that out. So now we're making our way. We're getting pretty close to the mountain bridge. Got another section here that we do have to kind of navigate. We got to watch out for the ruts in this vehicle. Now, another thing is, if I had a something on the Fleet Star that had a flatbed just like this truck does, I'd be using the Fleet Star. The trouble is I just don't have the money to put a flatbed on the Fleet Star, because that would be my other option, just using that vehicle instead of this one, because that vehicle is all-wheel drive and has diff lock and just kind of works better than this one. Okay, so here we go, cargo management. Going to throw the handbrake on. We're going to go cargo management, unload the metal beams. Now it's going to once again build a bridge. And thankfully, once again, it didn't ask me to build it because it would look nothing like that if it asked me to do it. I would build some kind of a janky bridge that no one would want to drive over because it would be a Rusty Champaign special, and nobody wants that. So handbrake off. Now we're going to come back here. We're going to turn around, which I believe I can do without causing any damage to anything or anyone. Okay, so there we go. Now we're turned around. So now we're going to go back. We're going to pick up our trailer that has the concrete blocks on it, and we're going to bring that trailer over here, and we're going to drop off the concrete blocks, and then we're going to have another roadway available. So again, I don't know why I didn't figure that out before, but for some reason I did not figure that out before, and it's the Rusty Champaign way. So back down we go around the corner here. We should probably, we're fine on gas. So yeah, we're only a quarter of the way through our tank of gas, so we're fine there. And I'm going to be very careful and not get myself caught there. So from here we can go to the farm or we can go to the garage. So if we go here and if we look, just for the fun of it, I'm going to take a look at the map here because I want to see if this takes us to the garage. So it's saying that we can take that road and get to the garage. And theoretically that road should be able to be navigated, but there's this really bad section right here that I know can't really be navigated by this truck because this area down here is like full of mud right in there. So that's where I think we'd get that far, and then we'd have to winch with another one of our trucks to get through it. So the pickup can do it, but I don't think anything else can. So anyway, all that said, we're now going to go back here. So yeah, if we look, the only thing that I think it tells us in terms of, like, if we look at the map again, the only thing that it tells us in terms of the concrete blocks is that, here it does actually say that they're here. I could have sworn that last time it didn't say that they were here, because here it says they're actually on the ramp flatbed trailer. And I don't ever think that it told us that before. So, I don't know. Maybe it always did, and I just somehow missed it. But, let's back up. I don't remember exactly where I'm going. I think we're going towards the town. but I want to make sure. We're going to throw the handbrake on and make sure we don't get stuck. Yeah, we're going to go to the right. I haven't been putting on any waypoints, and I probably should have been, but I have not been. So, okay, so we're going to go this way. And, yeah, so I could have sworn that last time when I looked at it, it didn't point out the fact that those were on that trailer. And the only place where it said that we had them available was at the warehouse. And maybe it was because I drove by them and it said, oh, hey, there they are. Or maybe it always just said that they were there, and I'm just oblivious. That's always a distinct possibility. No one can say for sure. No one truly knows. So we're almost back to the trailer. Oh, I apparently hit something, and that caused a little bit of suspension damage. I didn't think I hit anything that hard, but apparently I did. So now we have to try and get ourselves turned around so we can hook up to this trailer. So we're going to see if we can do this. This is going to be like an 8-point turn, but we're going to try it. Okay, so we're going to go this way, and now we're going to turn around. We're going to go back forward. And now we're going to see if we can go this way and not hit the other trailer that we left here in the process. Okay, yeah. This isn't difficult backing up, but I mean, for me, you never know. All right, so let's see if we can back up. Now, if we get a little bit closer, we'll throw on the handbrake. Now we should be able to. No, I don't know what I winched to. Okay, attached trailer. Got it. Okay, back we go again. Now let's see how well this truck is going to work with this trailer attached to it and these concrete blocks attached to it. So we'll find out. Activate ramp. Oh, it's because that one has a ramp on it. That's why it's a ramp trailer. I understand. I've never seen that before. Okay. So off we go. Handbrake disengaged. We are closing the functions. We are on our way. And eventually we will pick up this other trailer that we just kind of left sitting there on the side of the road. But we're not going to do that right now. So back to the mountain bridge. Now with concrete blocks in tow, and we're not going to hit those signs. I almost did, but we deftly maneuvered. We maneuvered. I don't know how deft it was, but we maneuvered. So there we go. And we are going to go this way. So hopefully having the trailer on here is not going to cause an issue once we start getting into the dirt. I might have to drop it into low, but I would hope that just having the trailer on here is not going to be an issue. I am going to drop this into low. No, we're going to have to go into full. And, okay, so that, yeah, this truck in rear-wheel drive, so I guess the best thing to do would have been to pick up the Fleet Star. So I guess I'm going to, let's see if I can kind of winch and get myself moving a little bit forward. And we're going to winch to this pole, because I think that's not a solid tree up there. So we're going to go here, and we're going to close our functions. We're going to attach the winch. We're going to see if that will get us enough forward momentum. We're trying. We're at least trying to pull with the winch. And now we're going to release the winch. Okay, so this is not happening. Okay, so now we've managed to get ourselves once again stuck. Can we back up? Okay, we can back up. Okay. So this is good to know. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, whoops, we're going to stop. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to throw on the handbrake. We are going to detach the trailer. And it's not going to roll. Okay, so now we're going to move this truck out of the way. We're going to get it completely out of the way here. So we're going to move it forward. And then we are going to go back, get our Fleet Star, because this truck is not going to go up this hill with that attached. It just cannot handle it. So we're going to see if we can get out of this rut. Okay, so we're out of this rut. And we're just going to put this somewhere that is out of the way. And at the same time, I might try this garage road All right, so we're just going to set this here. We're going to park it right here by this post. And now we're going to turn off the engine, and we are going to go into our garage, and we are going to pick up our Fleet Star. So we're going to get our garage entrance. We're going to go there. Going to hop over to the Fleet Star. We are going to hop into it, and we are going to leave the garage. All right, so because this one has all-wheel drive, so it should be able to handle it. So we're going to take off the handbrake. We are going to turn it on. Going to throw our all-wheel drive on, and we are on our way. So yeah, this one, if I had a flatbed that I could throw on here, then that would be nice for taking. It might hold 2 cargo, but the trouble I have right now, actually, I'm going to take the safe route and go this way. The trouble I have right now is that I don't have the money, and money seems like it's not that easy to come by early in the game here. So with that being the case, it's kind of important to spend any early money that you have kind of wisely, which meant that I probably shouldn't have put nicer tires on my pickup truck, but I did. But at the same time, I do need to use that truck to do some scouting and find some watchtowers, because none of these trucks are going to do that, that's for sure. Okay, so I could have tried that other road to get to the garage, but again, I just don't want to try that because I know that I can make it this route in this truck. It will bog down a little bit once I get to that one section of road where I bog down in the other truck. But I think that we should be better served in this one, because I mean we're hopping right along in this. It's just that I know that when we get trailers on this, then it gets a little bit more squirrely. But I think we'll be okay. Yeah, that highway truck it's until we get it upgraded, we just can't do much of anything with it, and that's okay, because again, it's a highway truck. This is considered a heavy-duty truck, so it should be able to do more. And yeah, I mean, it's getting through here a little bit more easily. Again, as long as we keep it, as long as we keep it out of the ruts, then we should be fine. And it's because it's got more wheels that also helps. So wow, this thing is just sliding like crazy. Okay, so now back this way, and then we should run into the trailer, because that will be just on the opposite side of the down power line here. Guys, you can probably take that sign down. I think that was the sign that said we had a down power line. I wonder if it took down the signs that said road closed, because there used to be signs here that said road closed, and yeah, they took those down because, oh no, there they are. Still says road closed. Guys, the road isn't closed anymore. We took care of it. So you can open the road now, even if I'm the only one who drives on it. You can still open the road. You don't have to keep it closed. Okay, so now going around, and now we should be able to pick up the trailer. And again, in this vehicle, we should be able to handle this because this vehicle has all-wheel drive, so it should not bog down when we get to this mud. So let's get here, and we're going to have to be careful in picking this up because I did kind of leave it in a precarious position. Yeah, I didn't do the best job of putting this somewhere safe. All right, so let's back up. Okay. Let's see if we get close enough. Throw on the handbrake. Let's see if this will be enough, or do we have to... Oh, start the engine, attach a trailer. It does. Perfect. All right, handbrake off. All-wheel drive on. And let's close the functions, and let's go forward. And let's see if this is going to work. I might have to throw it in low, and I might have to throw on the diff lock. So let's try that. And this should work better than the other one did. It's going to be slow. There's no doubt about it, because on top of that, we're going in low gear, and we're hauling a heavy trailer with concrete blocks on it. So we're not expecting any kind of speed out of this. And now we should be fine. So now I should be able to put it back into normal. And yeah, it's amazing what a difference all-wheel drive makes. And having dual wheels on the back also helps. And again, we're still going slowly because this thing is still just really, really heavy and not meant to be taken on these nasty roads or lack thereof. So now we're going to make our way around our other truck that we kind of left also in a precarious position. I have a way of leaving things in precarious positions. So, are we going to clear that? Yeah, we're okay. So, yeah, this truck is just chugging along because it's pulling a very heavy trailer with very heavy concrete blocks, and it's not liking life, but we should be on the road here pretty soon. So, yeah. As someone once said in one of my streams, as long as you're still moving forward, even if you're moving forward an inch, you're not stuck. So, and in this case, we are not. So that is perfect. We made it through. And now we're back on the road. And we're going to make our way around, and I can see the waypoint in the distance where we have to drop these off. That is wonderful. And then we will have another road open. And then from there, we can kind of take a look and see what we have as other opportunities. But yeah, now that we know about consumables and where we can find them, and now that we know, I don't know if we'll be able to get any other, oh, I'm going to navigate through here real quick. I don't know if we have any other concrete blocks that we can find anywhere, but at least we know where we can get consumables, we know where we can get lumber, we know where we can get metal beams. So anything that involves those, we can do, because those are all attainable with these trucks. And then again, once we get these trucks a little bit better, we can start doing other things with them. But right now, it's just, yeah, we're working with what we have. That, and I need to do some more exploring. I need to get in the pickup truck. I need to get to the other watchtowers, and I need to get that exploring done, because we can upgrade the pickup truck faster. Because the pickup truck, we were able to put new tires on it at level 3, and I think we can put off-road tires on it at level 4. So once we get to level 4, we should be able to put off-road tires on there, and now that it has the raised suspension, we should be able to find a majority of the watchtowers. Because again, they've got to make it where you can find all these things in the trucks that you have available. I mean, it just has to be done. And that was where I was having to struggle, was trying to figure out how to do these things given what we have. And I was trying to do too much and it wasn't working. But now our struggles seem to be coming to an end, and now we are going to come here. We're going to, at least these struggles, there will be other struggles, no doubt there are going to be plenty of other struggles, but at least these are going to be taken care of. So all right, so we're going to stop here, handbrake on, cargo management. We're going to unload the concrete blocks. We now have a mountain bridge. There it is. How about that? Good days ahead. Mountain bridge, like a bridge over troubled rock slides. I see what you did there. For those of you who don't know Simon and Garfunkel, yeah, look up the song Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. It's very old. Anyway, nice work, partner. We can now access the road beyond and see what the land further out looks like. Probably looks like another headache for me. Yeah, you're probably right. So we're going to take the money. We're going to then figure out a place to set this trailer where it is out of the way, because I don't think I'm going to be able to spin this thing around. Let's see if we can. We're going to try this. Can I spin around with this thing? Actually, before we do that, let's be smart about this. Let's see where this road goes. So it goes up to the roadblock. So then the question becomes, what does the roadblock take? And we can give that a quick look, but I'm still going to see if I can turn around and drop off this trailer. I'm going to take off the handbrake, and I'm going to try and be careful with this as much as I can. We're going to see if we can do this and not hit that oil drum. All right, because I want to get this off the road as much as I can, and also try and get it into a position where I can come back and pick it up. So I think we're good here. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. Okay, so we're going to come here. We're going to detach the trailer. It's just a little on the road. Again, nobody's on the road. It's just me. It's fine. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. Whoa, don't hit that sign. Don't hit the rocks. Okay, too late. I did both. All right, so we're going to drive ahead on this new bridge that we have. And we're going to see exactly what is at the roadblock. Because again, we should be able to clear the roadblock. One would hope we can clear the roadblock, but we've got to see exactly what they need, and we've not been this way. So we're in the undiscovered country. So let's see what there is to be discovered here as we go up this way. And we will get to a roadblock, and we should be able to get through this, hopefully no issue, but it's kind of nice to see exactly what this is all about, to see what kind of road we're dealing with, and it's not that bad at all, certainly not in this vehicle. And so now we're going to move ahead, and here is the roadblock. Okay, so let's see what they say at the roadblock. All right, so we're going to pull up here. We're going to stop, handbrake, show task. Rocks again? Seriously? Come on, do me a favor and handle this, will you? Sure. What do you need to clear the roadblock? What do we need to clear the roadblock? I didn't get the list of things. So show task. What do we need? Okay, start tracking. Service spare parts. Okay, so this is one where this, I believe. Now this one I don't know if we can do much about it, because the service spare parts, as far as I know, we're going to have to do some exploring to find that, because I don't know. It says that they're at the warehouse. Well, let's see. It's also talking about a flatbed semi where there are some service spare parts. It's also talking about a sideboard trailer, which is right there in town. So that has one service spare part on it, and then we have this flatbed side trailer semi, which has a couple more service spare parts on it. So it pays to look at things. So we have all these things, and we have more concrete blocks, and we have more, what am I trying to say? If I look at the other one, what was on that one? So that one has spare parts, and it has concrete blocks on it. Now the question, I wonder if there's a way to take things from one trailer to another, and I don't know the answer to that. But we may just go here. We may pick up this flatbed. Oh, that's a semi-trailer. Oh, okay, which we need. Yeah, so we'd need our semi for this. So yeah, we're going to take a look at that in our next episode, because you know what? We've had success here. I'm not going to jinx it. We've done good. This will be a shorter one, but you know what? Sometimes a shorter video is a good one, I think. So yeah, we're going to call that a win. We're going to leave this truck sitting here at the roadblock, and we'll make our way, get the spare parts, bring them back over here, get this roadblock cleared, and then see what else we have going on. But that is going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a fun time. If you did, I hope that you would consider giving the video a like. And if you like the channel, I would appreciate it even more if you consider giving the channel a subscribe. But until the next time, thank you again very much for watching. I appreciate you taking part in all of my silliness. I am Rusty Champaign, and we will see you later.